English vocabulary word of the day, cast, from espressoenglish.net. First, let's work on the pronunciation. The C sounds like in cat, cup, and come. The letter A has the A sound, like in hat, pass, and back. And the final ST sounds like in fast, list, and must. Say the word after me, cast. The word cast refers to the hard plaster covering put around a broken bone. It keeps the bone stable without moving until it can get better. For example, she had to wear a cast on her leg for 6 weeks. In the picture, the girl is wearing a white cast on her leg, and she is walking with the help of 2 crutches. The word cast also refers to the group of actors in a movie, TV show, or play. Cast refers to the actors and actresses. The people working in technical areas are called the crew. Cast is also a more formal, old-fashioned word for throw. For example, the man cast a stone into the river. Cast is also used for throwing the fishing line out into the water. A few expressions with the word cast include cast doubt on, cast some light on, and cast a shadow over. To cast doubt on something means to cause something to appear false or untrue. For example, the new evidence casts doubt on the truth of the suspect's alibi. A suspect is a person who may have done a crime, and an alibi is the person's story about where they were and what they were doing when the crime occurred. So in this sentence, there's some new evidence which casts doubt on the suspect's story. It makes the suspect's story appear false. The expression cast some light on means to clarify or reveal information to help people understand something. For example, the consultant was able to cast some light on the process for registering a new business. That's a complicated process, and it's difficult to understand, but the consultant cast some light on it, meaning he made it easier to understand. Finally, cast a shadow over means to fill a place with sadness or a strong negative emotion. For example, the accidental death of an athlete cast a shadow over the whole competition. Someone died. An athlete died, and it filled the area and the atmosphere of the competition with sadness. Our month of Word of the Day is almost over, but you can continue learning in the Vocabulary Builder course. Click the link in the video to take some free sample lessons, and go to espressoenglish.net to sign up for the course. English Vocabulary Word of the Day, jerk, from espressoenglish.net. First, let's learn how to pronounce it. The J sounds like in the words juice, jam, and journey. And the letters ER sound like in the words were, learn, and bird. Say the word after me. Jerk. The word jerk refers to a sudden, forceful pull, push, or movement. For example, I jerked my hand away from the hot stove. If the stove is hot and you put your hand near it, you would remove your hand very fast because the stove is hot. So you can say, I jerked my hand away. The word jerked refers to a sudden movement. Here's another example. The train moved forward with a jerk. This means that the train started moving forward suddenly and with a lot of force, it wasn't a smooth movement. Now there's another meaning for the word jerk. If you call a person a jerk, it means that person is mean and they treat other people badly. For example, he told lies about me to all my friends. What a jerk! Some jerk hit my car in the parking lot and drove off. So again, calling someone a jerk means that the person is mean or rude. This is insulting, so be careful when you use this word. We also have a phrasal verb, jerk someone around, meaning to manipulate, deceive, or take unfair advantage of another person. For example, she doesn't really like him. She's just pretending she does because she likes to jerk him around. Jerking someone around is not a nice thing to do to someone. All right, so now you know the word jerk. To continue your study of vocabulary, check out my Vocabulary Builder course, which will teach you a lot more new words every day. You can click on the link in the video to take some free sample lessons. English vocabulary word of the day, crop. First, let's learn the pronunciation. The CR sounds like in the words crash and critical. The letter O has the ah sound, like in the words hot, lock, and stop. Say the word after me. Crop. The word crop refers to plants that are cultivated for food, like corn, potatoes, rice, apples, etc. Farmers, those are people who work in the area of agriculture, plant crops. They put the seeds into the ground and wait for the plants to grow. Then, when the food is ready to be collected, they harvest the crops, meaning to collect the food from the fields. The word crop can also be a verb, meaning to cut a photograph to remove extra or unnecessary parts. So, as you can see in the picture, we have a big photograph, but we only want to keep the part in the center, so we crop the photograph. We cut out the extra or unnecessary parts. You can crop a printed photograph using scissors, or you can crop a digital photograph using your computer software. We have an expression, the cream of the crop, which means the very best of a group of similar things. For example, the dancers performing tonight are the cream of the crop. That means there are a lot of dancers, but the ones who are performing tonight are the very best. Here's another example. It's a very selective school. They only accept the cream of the crop, meaning this school only accepts the very best students. Finally, we have a phrasal verb with the word crop. If problems, issues, or obstacles crop up, it means they unexpectedly appear. For example, the project was delayed because of all the technical problems that kept cropping up. It's an informal way to say the problems were appearing and we didn't expect them. Now you know 4 ways to use the word crop. If you'd like to expand your vocabulary further, take my Vocabulary Builder course, available at espressoenglish.net. You can click the link in the video to take some free sample lessons from both levels of the course. English vocabulary word of the day, riot, from espressoenglish.net. First, let's work on the pronunciation. Riot starts with R, like in the words right, red, and rock. The letter I has the I sound, like in ice, night, and ride. And the final OT sounds like in the word pilot. Riot has 2 syllables, and the stress is on the first one. Riot. A riot is a wild and possibly violent disturbance by a large group of people. For example, police are trying to contain the riot. Riot in this case can be a noun referring to the violent disturbance or a verb referring to the action of the people. For example, people are rioting on the street. There's a difference between a protest and a riot. A protest is a public demonstration in opposition to something, and a protest can be peaceful. But a riot is always out of control and may be violent. If you call a person a riot, that means the person is very entertaining or very funny. For example, if you have a friend who tells a lot of great jokes, you could say, "He's a riot." Finally, we have an idiomatic expression, to read someone the riot act. That means to give the person a strong scolding or warning because of their bad behavior. For example, after my teenage son threw a party in the house without my permission, I read him the riot act. Don't try to interpret this expression literally. It just means I gave my son a scolding, and I warned him that there would be severe consequences if he behaved badly like this again. Want to learn more words? Sign up for the Vocabulary Builder course, where you'll learn hundreds of new vocabulary words. Click the link in the video for free sample lessons, or visit espressoenglish.net and click on Courses to sign up.